What's going on, guys? It's Jed. Welcome to the Altcoin update. Please watch the Bitcoin update first before looking into this. So, I'm sorry, not TRX, XRP, guys. So, XRP, like I mentioned, there's going to be quite some time. Like I said, I don't see anything until February, and everything is going just as planned. So, um, maybe also a great indicator for Bitcoin as well. While we have all this time with XRP, that could also give us a hint of when Bitcoin may move. Although, Bitcoin doesn't move with XRP, but sometimes I notice like some altcoins, they're easier to point out where Bitcoin will go, if that makes sense. But anyway, um, February is right here, the apex here. Yes, it can happen earlier, so that's what I'm saying. February, begin the first week or two of February. For XRP, we had some accumulation points right here. I mean, pretty much all of this is all good accumulation zone. Entries again, laddering your entries here, 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 even here. They're all great entries, guys. Nothing's wrong about entering, up here, right? Um, it's again up to you as a trader how greedy you are. So, anyways, we have this large space left for XRP that we have. Personally, think, personally, I think XRP is going to continue moving up. Again, this is just a cycle of accumulation distribution. It happens on all coins, all commodities, all stocks, whatever. So, um, I generally think XRP is still going to move up. It's still in a huge macro uptrend on the daily time frame, so I really have no worries. It's just that we have multiple apexes here, especially on this weekly, which is not until way later into next year. So, um, just just FYI. TRX guys, we are still testing that weekly, the daily time frame. It's still looking decent. I'm not gonna lie. With BRX, I mean with BTC, with Bitcoin falling, I'm surprised TRX didn't drop even more, which goes to show that there's very little interest in selling around this area. Again, I think there's a large expectation of it moving up here to this weekly, maybe even higher, just because it's tested, maybe up to 17 cents. Um, but yeah, but again, that doesn't make it bulletproof. Remember, Bitcoin, right? So like just like Bitcoin, right? It broke below a daily uptrend. Once that breaks, it goes next to the daily respective uptrend. Support. And so if this daily breaks, it can fall within this region here, which would just be back at this point. But regardless, TRX so far looks good. Okay, we really just need this uptrend to keep respecting and keep testing this weekly. Okay. Because again, the more tests, the less interest in selling around here is, and then the next weekly is here, right? We're playing with weekly levels, so we're gonna target the next weekly level, right? Um, so yeah, Suncoin guys, let's see how Suncoin's doing. So we got this apex. It ended up just testing this daily support here. We can move that, and we still have this daily apex uptrend here. So it looks actually like pretty close to what TRX looks like. I know that they're kind of correlated, but yeah, except this the opportunity here. I think it's more or less. Hold on. Yeah, 40%. Let me check out TRX. What's the what's that ratio here? So okay, 40. Um, okay, 50. So almost the same, 20 kind of percent difference, right? So 50. Yeah, like 20. But yeah, regardless, Sun looks good. Again, they're correlated with TRX, so if TRX is moving up, then so will Sun. Finally, track guys, the track finally. So, this ended up breaking below it. It looks like we may be missing I don't know, a support here. So, marking off here, we may have an origin level here. Maybe even back here, right? If you go, always look back to the left and see where that level may be. Looks like somewhere around that range, but let's see. Let's see what happens if we just move this here. Okay. We can delete this, delete that level now. Apex. No, this is still valid, guys. Um, let's mark that swing low of that high here. No hard closes below it, so it's still valid. Um, yeah, I mean, um, move this. That's the swing low, the swing high, the origin level. Um, so yeah, I mean, with track eyes, the thing about track is that because it was such a volatile coin that moved up so fast, these type of coins with this type of trend are very, very dependent on this uptrend. Yes, there's gonna be some origin levels, right? Like we missed this one, but in my opinion, like what really matters is are these uptrends because if this like previously I think I yeah the uptrend I had here, right, I think the uptrend I had previously was right there, so it broke, went to that daily, and then you evolve it, right? Where's that next daily? Right here, right? And because it's tested, there's a higher chance of it breaking. Where's the next tested daily? It's right here, but because again, that's tested as well. And then eventually, once that uptrend fails to break, and then you have this large gap, right? Um, when that uptrend finally breaks, it's there's gonna be a large correction just as far as where that uptrend went, where that took it to. So, um, just a strategy, keep that in mind when you trade coins like these, where it's like very, very big volatile move up and it's just a slow grind up. With these type of coins, honestly, generally I see them retrace like 90% of the time, 90, 95%. It doesn't mean that it's a crappy coin, it's a shitty coin. Again, it's just accumulation, guys, a distribution. There's a psychological element to it where this was all just generated by hype. It was meant to happen, but because of the hype, because of the news, it just expedited it. That's just really what all it is. So there's going to be a long correction to that, right? So if something goes up really, really fast, just like we saw XRP with the SEC, whatever that case thing that happened, we saw a very volatile move, and even till now, it's still, you know, correcting itself since then. Okay, so just like this, right? Just like Track, it was super volatile, and a lot of these new coins were super volatile, and that's why I mentioned that, like, you know, if you sell up here and it ends up going up here, don't be so hard on yourself. Even up here was an insane amount of profit. That extra 100% percent profit is sometimes not even always worth it. How much is, yeah, I mean, yeah, so that extra 30% is not always worth it. Um, but yeah, anyway, so PZP, surprisingly, this is still wow. Like these ones they don't really move with Bitcoin, honestly. Um, like so again, we're gonna extend that. The 4 hour, we're gonna have to update. There you go. Oh no, we gotta update. There you go. Um, we have that daily we can delete here. Don't want that anymore. This is invalid. Let's stick to the origin levels. This is good. That's good. That's good. But yeah. So again, just like this coin too, it's like this strong move up. You know, it's finally it took this long. So it took November of last year to January, December, January. So like two months or so to finally correct itself from the volatile move. Um, Whereas something like this, I never ended up doing it. Um, But yeah, with again now with Bitcoin, we always take Bitcoin into these altcoins. So if we're saying Bitcoin is bearish and PZP is still at this point, very long, time for accumulation. But again, this is your time to start accumulating on, altcoins like PZP if you want, right? Um, that's currently down by a lot, right? Um, so, when it's boring and when everyone's scared, sometimes that's, the opportunity to buy. Okay, so funny. So here we go. We had this untested 4-hour level here. There was that small rejection, but I assume this is when Bitcoin fell. It went down to the next 4 hour, so we can actually just end up deleting this, and we can just update the 4 hour here, and let's make this blue. But yeah, we're gonna keep that there. Yeah, so mine actually looks pretty decent. It's approaching that 4 hour apex. Um, very minimal, subtle movement versus the other coins. So that's a good sign. But it did fall, right? With Bitcoin, just it's not as volatile as some of the other ones. But yeah. So again, very dependent on this 4 hour. We do have this other 4 hour here. We have this like the bottom peak, which is there. Um, this is untested. Um, Yeah, within that range, we have this macro uptrend. So honestly, if Myro does fall, you still have this uptrend along with these supports here, this untested level. So it's a pretty strong area right here, in my opinion. So on the 4 hour time frame. So um, yeah, I'd say keep watch on Myra. Um, yeah. So that's actually all our coins, guys. So, pretty boring updates. With Bitcoin, to consideration, it's just, falling small percent, Um, so yes, it's boring, guys, but again, this is your time to start doing more research on those altcoins that you really wanted to always get into that the whales, bought up and moved the price 2000%. It's down, 95%, right? This is your time to, buy and mess around with those altcoins if you like, because again, with Bitcoin into consideration, um, when everyone's fearful, when everyone's scared and starts, spreading FUD and FOMO, that's actually honestly always the time to actually enter, in my opinion. That's like something I've always noticed, right? You don't go all in. You strategize and start off slow, and do what makes sense on supports, and again, always again follow Bitcoin. So. Yeah, sorry to blabber. Hope this was helpful. Again, let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I will see you guys on the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, actually, on Sunday's update. Bye.